All right, 2019 Nissan Titan. This is a 5.7 liter gas engine. Okay, so this is the Japco 7-speed. Right here, this is a transmission pan. Probably didn't gather that already. Underneath the vehicle, there's a skid plate that's normally here. I've opted to just leave mine off. I still have it, but I've opted to leave it off. If you need to take it off, I think it's 12mm bolts. So anyway, to the actual part that's really important for this here is this right here is where you fill the transmission, because there's no dipstick, as you probably are aware, under the hood, and there's no dipstick tube where you would normally fill up. So that right there is a 5mm hex head bolt, so you'll need a 5mm hex. If yours is rounded off where it's kind of or walled out, you can use vice grips. I need to change mine. I forgot the last time I did this, which was 20-some thousand miles ago. This truck has just turned over 100,000 miles on it, and anyway, you can grip the edges of it and loosen it, but at that point you should be looking to change it. Loosen this first before you drain your oil, because if you drain your oil and you can't get the fill plug out, well, then you really screwed yourself. So get that off, or make sure you can loosen it first. 5mm again. Worst case scenario, vice grips, and then at that point you need to change the bolt. Other bolt. This is more rearward on the vehicle. This is the 19mm. 3/4 inch will also work. 3/4 inch socket will also work. 5 quarts is what you should need for it. There is a temperature specification. It's supposed to be about 105 degrees transmission temperature when you do this, but I take 5 quarts out, I put 5 quarts back in. Okay, and that's what will drain there is 5 quarts. You can take the pan off. You cannot change the filter unless you change the valve body. I've got that straight from Nissan. But you can get the gaskets. They're about 35 bucks if you want to do take the pan off if you've never changed your transmission. If you want to clean your pan though, because you've never changed it, there is a magnet inside. Clean the debris off of there. I'm not going to do that this time. These are 10mm bolts, so if you opt to do that, you know, you'll go around the pan and you know, drain it first and then remove the pan, so you don't have a huge mess. So we're going to get at it. The type of fluid is Nissan J. You can buy Idemitsu S-type. I know it's confusing. S-type, and use that as a replacement. This temp on this oil is a little bit hotter than 105 degrees. I can just tell that right off the bat. If you have an IR reader, you can measure your fluid as well. You're going to need a pump though. I just got this at Walmart. This is the in on the bottom, and then this is the outside. So the inside is where you'll put your hose to pump the fluid up through the pump, and then out will go into the transmission. The other piece you will need for your drain, or your fill plug rather, not your drain, is going to be a little special fitting. I'll put the link in the description for it, because I do not have the container it came in, but you'll see me thread it in. Okay, and there it is right there. This side right here, you know, you'll put your hose over. I use a zip tie because it will leak out a little bit, the fluid that is. So I'll use that zip tie to just kind of cinch it up a little tighter, and it will continue to leak out of that, and it won't blow everywhere with the wind. And as you can probably tell, I've loosened this stuff before I started the camera. But again, this is a 19mm. Doesn't look too bad. When I changed this, like I say, about 20,000 miles ago. But I used, at that time, I used the Valvoline, like ATF Max stuff. It's okay. Towing a boat, I have seemed to notice a difference, as it does not hold up that great to heat, seems like. I have a about when my boat's loaded up and fueled up, it's about 4,000 pounds. So it driving that for a decent amount of time, it doesn't seem to hold up very well. The fluid, it smelled very burned and was brown. Again, you're not going to get it all. So tons of folks don't even change their fluid. Not recommending that course of action either, but don't fret over the little dribble that's left. I did forget something here real quick, and that is there's a copper washer. You want to change that out. They're cheap. I'll put the link in the description for the copper washers as well. A huge pack of them for, I don't know, not much. It's good insurance because they are they have like a stepped flange on them, so when you tighten it, it crushes it down, creating a sealing surface to the pan. I'm just unthreading it off now. Okay, I think you can see that. So that's what I'm talking about, the two-step like flange there. The larger face on this washer goes towards the head of the bolt. Okay, so now I got that in place. Back up to this here. Create a little bit of a mess. I just changed my gloves because I ripped that one, but I also hate working with oily gloves. And I can help avoiding it. Alright. I generally provide a torque spec for the stuff I do. I don't recall the one for this. Don't go crazy with it, okay? Once you feel it crush that washer towards the up on the pan, copper, so it's soft, and you just quarter turn and it's good enough. Okay, you don't need nothing crazy. And I don't just drive on the street, I drive bumpy country roads. I live in a city with terrible roads, and it stays in place. It doesn't back off and loosen up. So I'm confident you'll be the same. Idemitsu ATF Type S. If you choose to use this, you can use Valvoline, like Max ATF. It does work. Or the OEM Nissan Matic, I believe it's J. Pretty certain it's J, but it's also $30 some a quart, which I guess you could argue a transmission's a lot of money, but most people don't even change their oil again, so change it with a suitable substitute. Alright, so I got the hose there, a couple pumps, we should start seeing some transmission fluid. And if you're thinking to yourself, man, that's a lot of air going in the transmission. Yeah, there's a breather or a vent on the transmission, so it'll be alright. The truck itself, I'm pretty sure it takes right around 15 quarts. Check your owner's manual to get an exact capacity. Just write that right around that amount, but you got to do a transmission flush if you intend on trying to change all of it at one time. Alright, now here comes the real tricky part, is this. When you take this plug out, you're going to have transmission fluid that backs out on you. You got to be quick. And you're going to even see when I do it. You're gonna say, wow, there's a decent amount of transmission fluid came back out. Yep, it's gonna. I haven't seen a better way to do it. Here we go. You want to have your plug. Take that hose. Yep, that right there. And there is like a washer on the fill plug here, but it's I've never found a replacement for that washer. It's like aluminum, it's not copper. It's a good idea to wipe around your bolts clean. I clean up the frame too. I just got some brake cleaner. Use mineral spirits. I would say mineral spirits is actually better, way less harsh on the finishes, and it does a great job at cleaning. I just have this handy. Reason though you want to clean these surfaces is because you want to see if you end up having a leak. There we go. And that's it. You're done. Please like, share, and subscribe.